How to get to 10% body fat and stay there forever. At My Performance Help, we help our clients online and face-to-face with their body composition goals. And for a lot of guys out there, a goal is to get to 10% body fat. And the reason for that is because they want to feel and look more athletic. They like the muscle definition. They can see a lot more six-pack definition throughout their abdominals. And it's a maintainable body fat that you can keep long-term from our measurements anyways with our clients. Now, there is a particular way we help our clients get to 10% body fat, which I'm going to share those strategies in this video, covering training, nutrition, targets, so you can implement all of these strategies towards your own goal if it is to lower your body fat percentage and possibly get to that 10% range. So to kick things off, we're going to talk about targets, the roadmap. Now, the reason I talk about targets and the roadmap first is because we need to know where you are right now and where you want to end up. Now, if our goal is to get to 10% body fat, we know that's where we want to end up. Now, I do recommend you take some measurements. You can either do that through a body fat scan, whether it's a DEXA scan, you can get an infrared scan. There's a lot of in-body scans and electrical impedance scans that you can use to get a precise body fat target. However, if you don't have access to any of that equipment, you can simply go off the fact of, okay, I want to get to a point where I have pretty lean abdominals, I can see my six-pack. That may be around that 10%, 11% range. And ultimately, this is going to be driven by a lot of genetics that you have, but we want to maximize that potential. So first off, you need to measure. Body fat, start measuring. Circumference around the waist, fasted at least once a week, and then start to take your average weight every 7 days. So you input your average fasted scale weight every day and take the average of that weight at the end of the week so you can actually start to track and make adjustments to your program. But ultimately, guys, like I said, it's going to be the look. When we're talking about 10% body fat, we want a nice lean stomach, hips are coming in, we've definitely got a lot more muscle definition. So start measuring now, because that's going to influence your decisions when you look at your numbers each and every week with your behaviors, with influencing things like your nutrition adjustments and your training. Now, another thing we look at once we know the numbers, we know where our clients are at, body tape, scale weight, body fat perspective, we know where we want to go, we're going to construct the nutrition program. With nutrition, it's not just about calories in versus calories out. When we talk about body composition, that does relate to weight gain. But if you want to really maximize your results with your body composition, you need to pay attention to your macros. Pay attention to how much protein you are eating per day. Pay attention to how much fat you're consuming. Pay attention to how many carbs you are consuming. Because when you start to pay attention to your macros, you can manipulate these macronutrients to enhance your body composition, your body fat percentage, and lean body mass. For some ranges to work with, I recommend protein to be around 2.2 to 2.5 grams per body weight to start with. You can go up to even 3 grams per body weight as well, depending on how much of a deficit you're in. But if you stick around that 2.2 to 2.5 grams per body weight, that'd be a great way to start. So if you're 100 kilos, 2.5 will be 250 grams of protein per day. That will be your protein target. When we talk about fats and carbohydrates, everyone has a different threshold. Some of you out there will be able to eat more carbohydrates, have a better threshold than others, okay? So very simply, I usually like to set fats around 1 gram per body weight. So if you're 100 kilos, that'll be at least 100 grams of fats for the day, and then you fill in the rest with carbs. But you can manipulate those two depending, what you feel better with. Sometimes I recommend to have a week of higher carbohydrates, lower fat, see how you feel with your performance, your energy, your mental clarity, and your body composition progress. Switch around for the next week, and then that'll be your macro targets, okay? So set up your nutrition. Now, you do need to be in a deficit of calories. So we do, most of the time, want to see weight loss. Sometimes you can recomp the body. Recomposition means, we're changing our body fat percentage, lean body mass, but we do want to see potentially weight loss come with that for most of the time as well. So for weight loss, we want to see 0.5 to 1% loss of scale weight per week on the average, 0.6 centimeters around the waist, so about half a centimeter around the waist or a quarter inch each week as well, and then around 0.5 to 1% loss of body fat per week. So you want to set up your calories. An easy way that I like to roughly set it up is to times your body weight by 32. That'll be roughly around your maintenance calories. There's a lot of calculators out there that you can find. but then you want to go, whatever that calorie marker is, into a 20% deficit, and then set up your macronutrients from there, okay? So be in a deficit, set up your macronutrients, and then you're off with your nutrition program, but review your progress each week, reviewing your body fat, your body tape, and your scale weight, so you can make the best decisions that you can to know if you are on track or if something needs adjustment. When it comes to my clients online, or face-to-face with my team, we review all these metrics: body tape, body fat. We're looking at digestion, sleep, all these areas, because if we can make one adjustment or a few adjustments to these key areas, you can get faster results with your body composition. So guys, if you're ever interested in our coaching program, you can click the links down below of this video. We've got free resources. You can book in a call, face-to-face or online. We can help you with your goals. Now, coming back to strategies that you can use to get to 10% body fat, we're now going to cover output in terms of NEAT. Non-exercise activity thermogenesis. So NEAT's going to relate to everything outside exercise, your movement for a day. And an easy way to quantify this is going to be your steps in a day. I recommend to first see how many steps on average you get in a week with your current lifestyle and activity levels. And from there, you're going to set up some targets. In most cases, I recommend 10,000 steps per day. If you're already quite active, the next step is 12,000. You can go to 15,000 as well if you're already around that kind of mark and you've got an active job, labor-intensive job, a lot of movement. But then after that, that's usually where I cap it and may use cardio for a bit of extra output. But your steps is going to be important to track. Part of the reason, it burns calories. Okay, so more movement versus not, you're going to use more calories, which then puts you more into a deficit, which means you're going to tap more into those fat storages to burn for energy, which then in turn helps fat loss and helps you lose that body fat percentage or lose that body fat percentage. Great for your lymphatic system, great for health, but also a very, very powerful tool to help your fat loss goals. So you've set up your nutrition program. We've looked at NEAT, your output, your activity for the day. The next thing we're going to look at is training. With our philosophy here at My Performance Health, we mainly use strength training and our methods of strength training, or our particular methods of strength training, to help enhance body composition, lose fat, maximize losing fat, and maximize the gain of muscle. So one way that you can use strength training to your advantage is by using the right method. There are certain strength training methods that will help increase your strength, help increase your nervous system. There are certain methods that will improve more hypertrophy. There are certain methods that will improve body composition. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of thought here with your training. If you are after more body composition kind of methods, I do recommend using strength training that also helps enhance your aerobic capacity or gives you an EPOC effect. And what EPOC is, it's exercise post-oxygen consumption. That means during your workout, yes, we're going to be stimulating muscle growth. Yes, we're going to be working with strength training methods, but we're going to use a few variables such as the rest periods so we can also work your aerobic system. And in turn, working the aerobic system is very beneficial for burning fat. So what I usually recommend to do is come up with a strength training program, go to the gym. I would recommend at least 3 days minimum per week. You can come up to 5, but we have great results with our clients getting 3 days a week. If you are looking for more muscle growth, you can go up to 5 days per week, but you're going to structure your workout in a particular way. I would recommend to start using rep ranges around the 8 to 15 kind of rep range. Set up some exercises, have a plan where you're going to do those exercises each day. Full body splits when you go to the gym, okay? So a full body split. I want you to work things like your chest and hamstrings. I want you to work your quads and back, for example, because that's going to get a lot of blood flow through the whole body. The more the heart has to work to get that blood flow, peripheral heart action through the whole body, the potential of more calories burnt because we're providing, big muscle groups through the whole body. It's all being stimulated. That in turn can help more fat loss and maximize that process as well. So go into the gym, strength training, full body, shorter rest periods as well, all right? Maybe pair up a couple of exercises like your squats and chin-ups and only have maybe 45 seconds rest in between, okay? What that's going to do as well is work our aerobic system. We're going to be breathing heavy throughout that workout because we're not going to get our aerobic system fully recovered before the next set. So we're going to stress that system. Once again, that is great for fat loss, great for oxidizing those fats, and we're working the muscle as well. So we get the best of the both worlds. So come up with a plan, 3 to 5 days per week, full body, short rest periods. Set that plan for 4 weeks minimum. And then what you want to do each and every 4 weeks is aim to do a little bit more reps or aim to do a little bit more weight each time. So you make sure there is stress. You are stressing your system. Your body has to work harder each time you are in the gym. A lot of you out there are going to the gym, you're not tracking your workouts. 1 week you're lifting more, next week less. From my opinion, not that it's a waste of time, fantastic for getting to the gym, but if your goal is to maximize things, it's not the best approach, okay? So go to the gym and really plan out your workouts if you really value your results with your body composition and maximizing that process, okay? So strength training is a great tool, shorter rest periods, work on your nutrition. That is how you can get to 10% body fat, and just make sure you measure and adjust each week so you can make the best decisions with your training and nutrition moving forward. So guys, if you found that helpful, please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, or any feedback or any questions. We've got our links down below as well. If you are interested in our coaching service, online or face-to-face, you can book in a call with our team to see what we can do for your fitness goals. See you guys in the next one.